Hello everybody, welcome to CGTN's Facebook page. I'm Sulkina Aluwalia. I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia right now, a little bit outside of Jakarta, just around an hour from the capital city. So right now I'm in one of the oldest confectionery factories in Jakarta. So this is a traditional sweet rice factory, and it's usually eaten during Chinese New Year. And as you guys know, Chinese New Year is just around the corner, so these men are really busy. They're at work, and I'm going to show you how these cakes are made. They're very popular here in Indonesia. It's always eaten during Chinese New Year. And I'm going to show you how these cakes are made in this factory, especially because it's very interesting how the equipments that they're using are still very traditional. There is nothing that was made in this modern era, I would say. Everything is very olden, very traditional, and they're still using wood and coal to fire up this huge pan right here. And as you can see, a lot of the men are really busy. So I've been told that around 200 of these men work every single day when Chinese New Year is almost around the corner, because they make thousands of these sweet rice cakes every single day. So I have got my phone here with me. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, I'll try to answer them. And also, if you guys know anything about these basket cakes, so they're called basket cakes here. So if you guys know anything about these basket cakes that you might think it's interesting that I don't know, I'll leave them in the comments. So let me show you how these things are made. So it starts off white, and as far as I know, this is pure coconut milk. So this factory is known for two types of cakes. They have their traditional basket cake, which is made out of rice flour and sugar, and also another sticky rice type of dessert, and it's made out of coconut milk, sugar, and durian sometimes. Do you guys like durian? Anybody here likes durian? I love durian. So you can actually smell the burning sugar and the coconut milk right now, and it smells amazing. All right, I'm just about to go to the CGTN page so I can read some of your comments. As you can imagine, it is very hot in here. And I mean, these men are really used to, you know, the burning coal and the burning wood, but I'm not, and as you can see, my eyes are tearing up here. So it takes around 8 to 12 hours for this mixture from white to become a dark golden brown. So what they're doing right now is they are boiling it. They're boiling it, and they're reducing this entire mixture until it becomes really thick and sticky. And we're about to go to my favorite part later at the end of this program, where I'm going to taste this deliciousness. Ini apa ya? Oh, okay. So I guess we are making the sticky durian cake, and let me show you what the durian looks like down here. Do you guys like durian? Does anybody like durian? I love durian. Somebody's asking, where's the place? We are just outside of Jakarta right now. It's a province called Tangerang. It's about an hour out of Jakarta. It's near the airport. Okay, so they're adding the durian to this mixture. I think this mixture is almost done. So this has probably been mixed for around 8 to 12 hours. And of course, one person does not do it for 8 to 12 hours. They have shifts. And the owner tells me that during Chinese New Year, they make around 2,000 of these cakes daily. So you can imagine how busy these men get. And if you see from behind, these are actually being fired up with wood and coal. So they are one of the only places here in Jakarta that still uses the traditional equipments. And it is run by a third generation family. So she was telling me that this was how her grandfather used to make this cake. And, you know, they as a family used to have it all the time during Chinese New Year. And so they just don't want to change that tradition. It's something that they have always known since they were kids, and it's something that they will continue to preserve and be proud of. So these are the wood that they use to fire up this huge pan. Can I call it a pan? And yeah, so I don't know if you guys have ever been around burning wood or burning coal, but it does get stingy a little bit. And these men are actually used to it, but I'm not. My eyes are watery. Yeah, really, really hard workers. These men work up to 8 to 12 hours every single day to make thousands of these cakes. The demand really shoot up during Chinese New Year. So they are usually only in operation twice a year. And that is during Chinese New Year and also during Ramadan. Well, Eid, which is the end of Ramadan. So these are two of these seasons where they get really busy. So after the mixture thickens over there, and after it's really reduced and really sticky, almost like toffee, then they are brought to this area. It's a really big factory, and as you can see, it's very traditional. So they are then, careful, they are then brought to this area where they are put in little containers like this. And this is why they're called, well, in Indonesia, they're called kue keranjang, which literally means basket cake. And, well, they're putting the mixture inside baskets right now. So, and as I said before, there are so many types of these cakes. There are the ones that are pure, which is just coconut milk and sugar. There's the one that's with rice flour and sugar. And also there's one with coconut milk, sugar, and durian, my favorite durian. Yeah, so somebody just told me, I thought they had machines to do that. Most factories use machines. Yes, that's right. And so this is one of the only places in Jakarta that still uses this traditional method. As I mentioned before, this has been run by a family that has been doing this for over 50 years. And I spoke to one of the owners, and she said this was the exact place where her grandfather used to make these cakes. And it's very important to her to still preserve these traditional ways. And all right, so this next to me is basically the thickened mixture from that area over there. So you can imagine after 8 to 12 hours, that huge mixture, which I want to say is more than 10 cups. It basically reduces and comes down to around this much. And so you're gonna see later in the front, but what they're gonna do is they're just gonna cut this up, and they're gonna roll it, and then they sell it. So I can smell, I think some of these have durian in them. Does anybody like durian? Oh, visit Davao. There's a lot of durian there. Yeah, I heard Filipino durian is really tasty. That's true. Taste is superior than any other machines, and that's also one of the reasons why this family prefers using the traditional way, because they did try using equipments and factory machines, but they said it tastes so different. And of course that makes so much sense, because when you make things by hand, it automatically tastes so much better. Yes, I love durian. Yes, I found somebody that loves durian. I think it's really really rare. If you're not in, I don't know. I'm probably just making this up. But if you're not in Asia, I think a lot of people don't like durian. But I love durian, and I'm going to always defend it to anybody that doesn't like it. Okay, so let's move. And as you can see, this has been something that they've been doing for weeks now. And Chinese New Year is a little in a little over 2 weeks, and they have already started production now because they said that it gets busy and the demand comes really, really early, and people from all over the world actually can order up to 3 months in advance. That's how popular these cakes are. And to a lot of the Indonesian Chinese, they actually believe these cakes are important to eat during Chinese New Year, and they use it as offerings to the kitchen god. So I think in Chinese, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're called nin gao or year cake. Oh, and also a very important factor is they actually use banana leaf to steam these cakes, and that is one of the most important step in this entire process. Whew, there's air. Nope, my cameraman turned it off. And it's actually one of the most important process because if you guys know banana leaf, it lends a really, really delicious flavor to any dish, and especially these cakes. And these cakes are made with such simple ingredients. It's just sugar, rice flour, coconut milk. So, you know, a little touch like banana leaf would just make it stand out even more. So this is what it looks like after it comes out of the basket. I think this takes around 12 hours to kind of thicken and set, and they really don't leave it anywhere else but just here. So they put it in those baskets, wrap them up, and just let them sit here for around 12 hours, and it kind of creates its own sticky texture. I hope nobody's looking, but this is kind of what it looks like. And a lot of the customers actually prefer these cakes, and I think it is because it's made in the traditional way. Because I spoke to some of the customers in the front, and they were telling me that, you know, the ones that are not made by hand actually taste a lot better. I mean, this one tastes better because it's made by hand. All right, so if you guys have any questions, I'm reading some of your comments. We're actually just about to try these cakes, and that's definitely one of my favorite parts. So as you can see, they make thousands of these cakes. According to the owner, near Chinese New Year, they make up to 2,000 of these every single day. And so these are the basket cakes, but like I said, they also have another form of sticky cake. I think this is the one that has been unwrapped. Yeah, this is what it looks like before they wrap it. Oh, so this one is wrapped in plastic, and this one is wrapped in banana leaf. So the ones that are wrapped in banana leaf obviously would have a more distinct flavor. I think in Asia, a lot of people use banana leaf for so many different things because it does lend a very subtle but very important flavor to a lot of the Asian dishes. Okay, so this next to me, I think they're making some form of the sticky cake, but they're rolling it in toasted sesame seeds. Mbak, ini dodol yang biasa atau yang durian?
Ini yang biasa wijen.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this is the sesame seed sticky cake. I love sesame seeds. All right, so as you can see, these women are also really, really busy. Chinese New Year is really close. Okay, so I've got my delicious plate waiting for me. And this is the, as you can see, the traditional basket cake. And this is the one that a lot of people order during Chinese New Year. And this is the one that is traditionally eaten during Chinese New Year, at least here in Indonesia. So this is what it looks like inside. I'm going to show you guys. It's really sticky, and so this one I have learned is this is the one that is made without coconut milk. So this one is just made with rice flour and sugar syrup, and this is cooked for around 12 hours as well until it becomes thick, and then they let it set for another 12 hours. So you can imagine what a long process it is just to enjoy this piece of basket cake. So I've never really had a lot of basket cakes, but I did have one last year during Chinese New Year, and I remember liking it. I can't remember any distinct thing that I liked about it. So I can compare, you know, that one was factory made for sure. And so I'm just gonna put this over here. And so this one is handmade, and so it took a total of 24 hours to make this entire thing. So I better enjoy it. It's a lot of hard work. I'm sure I will. It smells good. Okay, so I'm just gonna pinch a little bit. Wow, it's really sticky. Whoa. It's really, well, for one, sticky. Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, because it's wrapped in banana leaf, but you can actually taste the subtle flavor of the banana leaf. And now I understand why they say this is one of the important step is to wrap it in the banana leaf, because it really, really gives that nice flavor, and it's very sweet. This is just made with sugar, pure sugar, and rice flour. And that's what's giving that sticky texture, is the rice flour. I wish I could take a bite of it, but I don't think it's a good idea to eat so much of these cakes. I've already had like half of it before we started this. So yeah, if you guys have ever tasted one of these, let me know how you like them in the comments. And also, this is how it is eaten here in Indonesia, but if it's eaten in a different way in your country, let me know, because I would love to know how traditional Chinese New Year dishes are, you know, enjoyed in different places all over the world. And I guess that's all the time that we have today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed me showing you around this old factory and how they're still using these really traditional but very important equipments that lends a beautiful flavor to their basket cakes. And very, very early happy Chinese New Year. We still have around 2 weeks to go, but I hope that you guys have a great week ahead and a great weekend ahead, and enjoy yourselves. Bye.